we're counting down the days with delight towards one of the most entertaining fixtures of the entire season, the Madrid derby. Of course, we want you to be part of this conversation too. You too, Terry. Now, Kika, you're awfully quiet today. Normally, you bring a lot of spice and fire. I'm waiting for you to jump in.
I'm listening very, calm because I need to be calm to listen what I'm listening. But
touche.
Where are they? Bottom of the table, no?
But they won their game last weekend, very convincingly, by the way. And they also have someone by the name of Mr. Positive Pacheta, in fact. And we're going to talk about him right now.
We're making this worse, Gideon.
Listen,
throw to Tony.
But you know what? I will. But listen, about Odegaard, the good news is that it is a loan, and he's supposed to be back in the summer. He's coming back. He's coming home. It's okay.
Exactly.
We're okay.
Quite right.
All right, Tony.
You got us out of that.
You've got to be the tiebreaker here. Where do you stand on this?
Any sort of advice that you'd give to a 16-year-old that is playing the trade at the highest level here in La Liga, or even to yourself when you were 16 years old? If you could go back and give advice to yourself at that age, what would you say?
I would say just be yourself.
I read somewhere that your father has a special nickname for you, that he calls you Senegal. Is that right? Does he still call you that? Does anybody else call you that?
Well, Senegal, most of the people in Ghana that knew me as Senegal.
You mentioned how Lionel Messi was one of those players that would enjoy going up against teams that don't necessarily sit so deep. Well, he obviously had quite a bit of joy last night. The King, once again, scoring not once, but twice. Both of those goals came from outside of the area as well. So now it's 13 seasons in a row, scoring 20-plus goals. No other player in the history of La Liga has ever been able to do so. I know that you think that he's the best young player in La Liga, but do you think that he's also...
Thank you very much, because that was a big discussion a few weeks ago with everyone in there.
For me, that really is the point that marks the before and the after of Barcelona. In Barcelona, where previously they looked very lackluster, they were making silly defensive errors, very costly defensive mistakes as well too. But now you look at them, they show real fighting spirit, they look serious, they're competitive, and they're willing to take things to the very bitter end. So what has changed?
I didn't get that many goals, just over 100, and I was a striker for 12, 13,
but in how
14
many
years.
Because so. I'm sure your conversion rate was probably better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really disappointed that we're going down this road now. Incredible story.
Sorry, Terry. We'll go through and hand it off to our four guests here today, and I will be the tiebreaker in the case that the four of you can't come to a decision. So...
You mean you're in charge? No matter what we say, you rule.
No, only if there was a tie, of course. Otherwise, I will not say anything. Kind of went through it a little bit quickly, which was the factor of Cholo Simeone and how he's changed the derbies. But you also wrote an article, which was quite good, by the way, and it talked about how you felt that this was potentially a career-defining game, apart from how it could define the title race. Why don't you explain to us what you meant by that?
But scored important goals in Spain and also, for example, in the United States. So I want to introduce a video about someone really good playing at football, but we love this person for something else.
Oh boy. Oh my God, you guys are making me cry. It's so embarrassing. All right, well, let's leave you then with your man on the call, Glenn Taylor. Enjoy what's coming up between Alaves and Valladolid. These two have promised me goals, so I hope that's what we're going to get. So we'll see you soon. Enjoy.